This is Lisa Guthrie, 10507 Aurora Avenue North, Seattle, Washington, 98133. And of course, there's a break-in plot. I didn't get to mop because I was trying to put out posts about what was happening. Got a mop, and there are some bums that I mentioned. They're, of course, in the janitor's room as usual, but they're also in an area that seems like it's a crawl space, because if I go out in the hall, you can't hear them. There are no apartments adjacent to me. There's just the janitor's room, and then there's the hall on the other side. So mopping. And a couple of the people that are here to try to break in, it's people that I saw at the bus stop on Aurora, on the bus. And if you've ever had like all these weird with fate, seemingly it's fate and some strangers, well, it's often not, especially these days. It can be gang members just arranging so that they're riding back and forth on the same bus, even the subway. And the fate is it's being, they're trying to run it. Including like Bloods and Zetas. One of the bums is talking about hostages. I think it's the black, more drug addict, drunk security guard. And it's constantly talking about hostages, constantly threatening people. Still mopping. And I'm at 10507 Aurora Avenue North, Seattle, Washington, 98133. And so the bum you hear, he's putting out an alternate broadcast that's nothing to do with me. It's illegal. And he's a dirty, black, smelly Nazi. And he's in with the dirty Seattle Police Department. And they've allowed illegal surveillance for years. And they're angry because I actually put out an announcement that I don't have any business arrangements. And I've been announcing that, any kind of, other or alternate sort of broadcast, it's actually illegal. And it's illegal equipment, walls, probably in the fire department's equipment, can't go around in there. It'll set off the fire alarm, and that would be to the whole building. And it's quite, you have to wait for the fire department. I could unscrew it. Let me see what kind of screws. A couple of them have these, just no guarantee. Unscrew, simply unscrew it. I don't think that it's safe. I could actually look at it. I could stand on a chair that's there, but I'll tell you, the app went crazy. It is for an anti-spy app. So I could stand on the chair and just see what's in the smoke detector, because there is a camera that I've taped up out. Obviously, you don't want, illegal. Not seeing anything in here. Put a camera in, and actually in this area. This is going here. Advice: do not paint. Was and it was a light chintzy, you know, one of those things that if you try to take down, you're not going to be able to ever put it together. The other area goes crazy, perhaps in the smoke detector. Will make she's talking about a satanic practice where she thinks, oh, if we nod, you will do it with Satan. So one of these might have had a hidden camera at one point, but you understand, I put tape over it, which, you know, you're not supposed to have. But I can't stand the crack smoke in the building. This might have had a pinhole camera. Now, so if I don't have that kind of fitting. I suppose like we're going to talk on the mic. Actually, here's the sad part. Door, some foot still that's broken. There's a bum playing. So the door, Fred Meyer a couple days ago. She's in the wall, and she just looks like kind of. So it looks like because I don't have a stick. Now the stick. That's not good. The lever, like the bathroom's a different lever. See that? This is Lisa Guthrie at 10507 Aurora Avenue, North South Washington, 98139. And now to keep my door broke that was a century. But there's nothing. So I don't actually want, let me see, so I'm wondering if the stick is depressed. See, this one, it's not actually keeping it from unlocking either. A stick, and it'll just knock over the dresser. A bum is in the wall and he's playing committing you. So that dresser situation, that's not good. That's how the door is going to have something there. Actually, with dresser shoved against it, it's not so bad. Nah. Nope. So, to open. So the stick comes out. The stick is useful at another door anyway. Hi, this is Lisa, Seattle, Washington, 98133. I have a broken stick, so I'll just go back to using a more primitive method of keeping the dresser. The Bible crippled you. So it's a dirty satanic whore sacrifices poor innocent animals, but according to her, it's the Bible. Now, if someone wanted to get through the dresser, they could still do it. Not easy. So there's this kind of worthless once you break it, because it's not like you can have a clean break and then glue it together and then trust it ever again. That's not going to go. there is something interesting, like if someone broke in and you have a stick. That's stick. So, oh, I've got to finish mopping the floor. So dinking around, I found wet clothes on water. Water in the water. Now, one of the bums that comes here, there's a hippie that thinks he can kill people as a thin man. Now, there was a story of, and see, these bums are trying to use the paranormal. So, these bums are trying to use the paranormal, but also, I think they're talking about somebody who's skinny. This might be the Asian guy who comes here. They said tiny. And there was a story about a creep who could fit into like these ridiculously small grate areas. Now I'm mopping, but he would fit into a grate. Like on the outside, a ventilation grate. So there's a thin man. Also with, now I'm going to tell you, and you might laugh, that's fine, but spiritual belief is visible, and some of them do. They're playing as soon as you leave. So now, when I leave here, they've entered illegally, and they act like it's their apartment. And there's a bum playing, we have documents. I don't give people permission, and I don't care who enters his apartment or whoever's entering, but no, I wouldn't give anyone there's nobody who would be entering legally, except there are maintenance people. So there are maintenance people, but then always there are people entering illegally. And I was here about 3 days, and I realized people were entering. I'm having trouble moving, but I sleep on the floor with boards. I can't have bedding like normal people because people will sleep in your bedding here. I haven't given anyone the key, but they will sleep on your bedding and touch your things, and they'll have semen and body odor. And bodily fluids on your bedding. Also, what happened to me is that I got glassed. They put glass in the apartment, and they cut me. It was on my bedding and clothes. I didn't even have gloves for a while one winter because I reached into my gloves and it's like, what do? They're, you know, they've got glass. My hands were freezing. So these bums have caused a lot of problem, and then I've had to sleep sometimes with no blanket because of the glass situation. And I've been living like this for about 3 years, and there's a whore yapping about getting big to you. It's just a smelly fucking whore. But I'll tell you what the whore's nattering about. And the police department caused it because the Seattle Police Department, you're not going to have me do anything, bitch. There's a bum on the microphone telling me his were glorified and elevated. First, well, our society glorifies and elevates morons, and those are the people who have been getting the perks. Like, even if someone's poor, who's going to get, like, let's say you have to go to a shelter or eat at a food bank. Well, if you're a dirty, smelling black Nazi, you might get more. Obvious, that's been happening for 30 years. And then the white crack whore. And now it's also based on who's getting, well, who drinks and who does alcohol, or who's an alcoholic and who's a drug addict. Nope, you're crazy. And whoever does the most crimes, they get the most out of the social services. And Satan, because I believe everybody took the fall with Satan 13 years ago, rather, Satan chose inferior stock. He knew they would kill and destroy everything normal. And so a lot of these bums behind the wall, by the way, they pretend that it's just normal. They'll pretend they're a roommate. They also will come in to empty apartments and posture as if they live there. Not just mine. See, you have to realize these bums have practice. Obviously, it wouldn't just be to me. They've done this before. And this retardo... You're not going to live with me. You're going to end up shot by a policeman. So what the gangs will thrive on, they hope that you, as a victim, will keep your mouth shut. You won't tell anybody anything. I have a person having a secret shame for 13 years and try to tell me that I know it's a when people act like and there's that blah. You're gonna fuck yourself, big motherfucker. And if you come in here, you shit asses. You are not stuck. Give up and shit. Give up and die. Garbage. You are garbage. You give up and just die. There's a bomb. You're gonna a lot of gonna shut up, bitch. You're not gonna tell me what I'm gonna do. Well, ugly fucker, you're gonna end up shot by the cops because if you touch me, because you're all me, or any guys here. They're playing, they will purposely infect you with filth. They're all there's betraying, they don't soul or spirit. They actually, people in the spirit world, cannibalize visibles. And of USA are now not important to me, especially since the fall with Satan 13 years ago. Meaningless. And it took me a few years to, because yeah, there's probably nice people in America out there. There's nobody nice. They're gone. Sorry, I'm writing, but I'm going to go over to the bed. It serves as a bed. It's very rough because, like I said, these people, that they enter any kind of lock, that they have house-breaking tools. Because the amount of lock it is, then you go buy the right locks, and then you've got... you just test the 10 locks, and then you're in someone's suitcase. Really not that expensive for someone to go buy locks. Making money from gang crime, that's nothing at all. So remember, they're going to try to break in. So there could be, obviously, if they're going to break in from down below. And one of them saying, "You're Melinda's, you're..." And they actually will try to take over someone, and the own might, your own. And when they repeat it over and over. They'll use words or statements in the people, and I've got the axe over here, and we'll get him later. Like what? There's almost here, and then is coming to dinner, and then let's say because the dachshund is coming. Well past bedtime. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy will. Be done as it is in heaven. Please forgive against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. The kingdom, power, and the glory in heaven. Please forgive us not temptation. Deliver us from evil. Just we forgive those who trespass to evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and the glory forever. Amen. And he's playing you "Oh Wah." It is. And Wami, if you're familiar with the name of an Asian, like a massacre. And through him, let's have, just for fun, we're going to try to do it there, and you don't these American Zombies, which is you can put a curse on them so these that they're playing those whom play. Have when and their reason are more dangerous days. There are high threat days. There's an obsession with weeds, and one of them was have my stuff in storage, so I have to spend a couple $100 and asking for money. If anybody asks for money, it's not me. And they pretended I was the devil and people. To punish crimes, and they put cursed ghosts, including seeing, feel, and hear the invisible. So they put curses. I couldn't see it, and it was being tortured. Their whole thing is they think the energy, they're magical. So the system, Satan, and it's they're even worse than they ruined everything. I fully believe there's zombies, and they ruined everything. There's a bump, and see the bums will either they act. Your own do screwdriver. Your own. And so curse is like, oh, it's your favorite. Curse on your favoritism. We're full of zombies, like a zombie spore. And they're not bums that come up and slap them. Well, actually, you should be coming up and slapping you. You're all scum. Years ago. And they don't. Years ago, I have to use the restroom. Retarded black Nazi bum. I don't even know if he asking. Go through him. Can I go give him a way to so go through him or whoever's playing Israel, and then whoever go through. So quite a few enemies by that time. Any word they play, because the word so much. So, and people of the U.S. including, people are playing. Like, and there are some. So the corrupt police. Like, give this example. Let's say, or a soldier. He's going to say prayer. Well, there are a lot of dirt people, including like the ones that hang out in this adjacent to my apartment, illegal, and calling rapists soldiers. So when they think Beyonce, big ass, stood there, promoting, she called soldiers. She was actually promoting rapists, and she showed size hips. Being a threat. She's not pretty. She's not normal. Now, false in. So let's say you go to the bank, you press in the words or the checkout stamp, because I haven't been to an ATM, believe it or not, I don't like them. I do not like them. Well, spirits here, I can't say much to say prayer. So let's say you go to the bank or wherever and you press their minds were gone. It's like suckle. So you're any curse you put on me, you put a curse on you. Spirit's like a monster. It is a monster. The screen, it'll come out as a mark. Wings to worrying. I say. May. See the spirit, but what I do is algebra. In some ways, sometimes it's not just algebra; it's other. You would have logic, you would have illogical, but you have these sentences are just in a way. But I can do quite good work with logic. Hey, Lisa. There's bums in the wall having sex too, in the wall. They get turned on, and there's a whore, and there's a bum playing policeman. And I think that for illegal jurisdiction. And I keep telling him, if he enters my, I'm going to tape him up. And I'm going to call 911 on him. He's not. If you believe in zombies, they just took brain back large. So there are two security guards that come here, but that's it. And then like dirty policemen, but they love together people. Nurse might have a fake doctor, and or just a real one. And all of a sudden, presto, a few other people with them. They'll pretend to be police. No, sleeping.